Hello, good afternoon. This is Louise in Manchester. I've got yet another video to do with betel leaf, Piper beetle. You may have seen in the last two videos I ordered some Piper beetle from overseas, and some were better than others. So what I'd done, I'd ordered four, and so they've come in two different stages. So the last lot of betel leaf, I ordered 4 plants. So the second lot of plants has come today, and I'm just going to show you. So wrapped up in this paper, and there's 2 plants here. I've got some sphagnum moss around them. I just very carefully. There's 2 plants here. Very carefully just get them apart. That's the roots on that one. They look okay. That's a decent size. That's a decent size as well. So what I will do, I'm going to put them straight in water so they can rehydrate. So I'm just going to leave them there for 24 hours, and then what I will do, so I'll just get the paper off that. What I will do is, in this pot, I might just put the 2 in the same pot rather than separate, because the roots aren't huge. So I think, yeah, I could get two of them in here. What I'll put in here is a mixture of perlite, some leca, ericaceous compost, and bit of coir maybe, and a bit of cacti. So basically I want good drainage in there, and maybe a little bit of vermicompost. Mix it all in, and then when they're potted up, I will come back to do, you know, another video and just show you the result of that. And hopefully I'll get a little dome to put over it, put it under my kitchen table lamp. That's what I've got the other 2 under. So I'll just pull the lamp down, just a normal lamp, and pop them up with a cloche over or a dome to give them some light. And they're actually sitting, the ones that I got a couple of days ago, they're sitting in the bottom of the propagator without the lid on, so using that as a heat mat basically. So I'm happy with that. Nice dark colour. One of the other betel leaf plants you might have noticed is quite yellow, and it's got a bit more yellow today, so I gave it a little bit of Miracle Go feed. It's high nitrogen. I'm assuming that's what it's short of. I don't want to give it too much of anything really, because you can shock the plants. This one seems fine too. The leaves are quite hard. I'm actually gonna maybe just have a little bit of a bite off that one. I'm gonna taste it. Definitely Paan. Piper beetle is Paan. If you've never eaten Paan, it's hard to describe. It's a nice, hot, peppery kind of taste. Different varieties have different tastes. Some are milder. Some have got a nice, what can I say? They call it jal Paan. Jal meaning like hot, spicy. And then there's Mita Paan, which is sweet tasting. I think one of the others, the lighter coloured one, maybe because it's not got a lot of colour to it, I don't know. It didn't taste as strong as the other one. But this, yeah, definitely got the nice, this is definitely your proper pan. So let's hope they get over the shock of the journey and then they can rehydrate. So I'm going to leave them there for overnight and then I'll repot them tomorrow and then I'll continue the video there. So thanks for watching. See you. Hello, welcome back. It's been 24 hours since I had the betel leaf plants soaking in water, and I've just potted them up. And here's one of them. It's in plastic pot, see-through pot. I like these pots because you can see what's going on. So when the roots start to expand, I can watch, you know, to see if there's any problems, if there's any root rot going on. Just give them a little bit of water. I'm going to tell you what's in this particular blend. Here's the other one. And so what I use, I've tried to emulate the growing conditions of betel leaf plants so that they're not, you know, too stressed out and that they don't struggle. I've been growing betel leaf since 2013. I got my first plant from Bangladesh and I knew very little about how they grew, and I had to find out from reading up on, you know, research that had been done in various places like India and Bangladesh and Sri Lanka, how they were growing their betel leaf plants, because they grow them as a crop there and they are prone to disease and subject to bad weather like flooding, etc. So all these things affect how betel leaf plants grow, and we want our plants to thrive. You know, these are very difficult to get hold of in the UK, almost impossible. So you don't want to lose these plants, you want to give them the best start. So when I first started growing, I just used ericaceous compost. I didn't really know a lot about the growing conditions for these, but over the years I've been checking different videos of people growing them over in India, and if they're growing them in pots, what sort of conditions are they growing them in. And what I've noticed, they do talk a lot about using vermicompost, using a blend basically. They will use vermicompost, coir, which is coconut fibre, and then they'll use what they call garden soil or loam, and they'll mix that up. Maybe they'll add some manure to the mix, just so that the plant's got nutrients, because they're not going to get much nutrients in a pot grown environment, whereas if they were in the ground, there's lots more minerals available to them. Even when they're growing them in the ground, they add manure in there, to give it food, basically, to feed the plant. So I've sort of done my own blend, trial and error over the years, and this is what I use. I'll just put this plant down. So I'll in a bowl, I'll get a bowl like that, and I'll put in, say, a handful of this citrus compost, which is loam based, and it's acidic as well. So these plants need acidic conditions. They don't like to be in alkali conditions. So ericaceous compost is great, but I wouldn't just use ericaceous on its own. So this citrus blend, I'll use that. Perlite to make the soil nice and light. You want it to drain well. I've got leca. I put leca at the bottom of the pot, so that if there is water collecting at the bottom and the roots reach the bottom, then the leca will allow air around the roots, so that the roots have got, they're never going to, well, hopefully they won't rot, because if you've got access to air, that will prevent root rot establishing. And I add some ericaceous compost as well. And some cacti and succulent mix, which has got sand and grit in it. So I'll put a handful of each of these, mix them together and make my own blend that way. And you shouldn't really need to feed them with things like Miracle-Gro and stuff like that. They don't really like a lot of feeding, because you can build up the salinity of the soil, and they don't like high salinity in their growing conditions. So now and then, if you find that the leaves are turning yellow, maybe add some Epsom salts, but I wouldn't do that on a regular basis. I think the composition of compost in there with the vermicompost should be enough, especially now that we're in autumn, we're in September. The growing period is slowing down, and in a non-tropical environment, these plants will go dormant. They will stop growing. They might even lose the leaves. So towards December, we'll have our shortest day, which is I think around about the 21st of December, when the nights here in the UK are quite long. So it gets dark around about 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and we don't see sunrise until probably 8 in the morning. So these plants will go dormant unless you've got them in a grow tent and you've got lights going and stuff like that. I won't be doing any of that. I'll try and acclimatise these to my household conditions. Initially, I'll give them some extra light. I've got the other two betel leaf plants are on my kitchen dining table, and they're on the propagator, using that as a heat mat, and I've got the lamp over them to give them extra light. And these will go there for about a week or so, and then gradually I'll bring them to the windowsill and have a cloche over them, like a plastic bottle, just to keep the humidity in. I don't want them to get too dry. And that's the way I will grow these plants. Hopefully in spring, that's when they'll start to grow again. I'm not expecting too much growth out of them now, but in spring I'm hoping that they'll take off, and that's when I'll be able to take cuttings from them. And any of you who've subscribed to my channel, I know there's been a lot of interest, people asking me when I have these for sale, because those of you who know me, I do sell betel leaf plants, and I lost my betel leaf plant that I'd had from 2013. Plants don't last forever at the end of the day, you know, so when you do get them, you want to take care of them, and this is why I'm doing the video, so that if you do get one of my plants, get yourself a nice blend of compost, and you know, this is what works for me. If you choose to use a different type of compost, or just want to go with one, like say Miracle-Gro, that's fine, and if that works for you, that's fine as well. But I'm trying to give my plants the best start off, and hopefully they will last for many years. So thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. If you've got any comments, you know, or any of your own tips that you want to add to aid the growing of betel leaf plants, then please, you know, do comment below. Or if you've got any questions to ask regarding these betel leaf plants, again, comment below. Thank you for watching. Take care. Bye bye.